Hello YouTubers, this is Balloon Man Mike. This is my third series of balloon weaving. Today I'm going to introduce you a weaving pattern called the sunburst. The sunburst, I took three sets of balloons. There's one balloon on each side, you tie them together. Then you take three sets, leave a 4 to 5 inch tail on each one. You're going to twist these sets together to form like a star pattern. What you do is when you twist them together, you come out with this pattern here. But this is not secure. See, balloons are flopping everywhere. So what you do is you take one of the bubbles and put a 1/2 to 1 inch bubble in the twist, like this here. That's a pinch twist. Then you put one on the other side also of the star, and put a 1/2 to 1 inch pinch twist. Then you want to form the balloon so it's kind of like a 6-point star. This is what it looks like. It's all pretty uniform. If you have multicolors, you want to alternate the colors. But what you do with this, you make a 1/2 inch twist here, and then you want to take actually separate balloons. I'm going to use different colors here. I made the centers one color and the other one's a separate color so you can see. You're going to tie the knot end around the bubble like this, and then you're going to make a 1 to 1/2 inch bubble in the new balloon. Then make another 1 to 1/2 inch bubble. It's very important that these bubbles are all the same size in the spokes. It's not really a big deal how big the bubbles are on the extra balloon, though you want them to be somewhat uniform. But the main importance here is that the bubbles from the spoke is actually the same size as the one that you started with, not the one beside it, the one that you started with. So you continue with the purple balloon all the way around, making 1 to 1/2 inch bubble in the spokes itself. Give a good twist around. And you want to do that and form all the way around the balloon with the purple balloon. Once this purple balloon reaches the starting point, what you want to do is do the same bubble, 1 to 1/2 inch bubble, and weave it right in there so you have this pattern here. And you just take this extra balloon, rip it off. As in the flat weave, you can reuse it, but it does give the balloon to be lumpy, so you don't really want that pattern on your weave when you're doing a sunburst. So I'm going to let that go. I'm going to tie a knot here so the air does not escape. When doing a sunburst, I do recommend tying a knot instead of just tucking. If you're doing a project that it don't really matter for practice, you can tuck, but if you're doing something for an event, I would recommend that you actually tie the balloon. And you can just keep adding separate balloons. And what you want to do is just try to keep the spoke bubble the same size. I'm going to do another 1/2 to 1 inch bubble. Tie the knot end of the new balloon around that. Make another one in the other spoke. And this time I want to make the new balloon a little longer. So I'm going to go like 3 inches this time. And a sunburst is also a form of flat weave. You can make like a flat pattern. These are good for hot air balloons or just big circular patterns. It's almost endless of the possibilities you can do with a sunburst pattern once you get into it, get pretty equipped with it. There is, as you can see, a little gap here, a little air space in between, and that's fine. And you just keep going around the same size on the extra balloon and the same exact size on the spokes. So I'm going to do another 3 inches. Sorry I'm in confined quarters here. I can't give you a better view of what I'm doing, but I'm sure this is sufficient and good enough. So once you're all the way back around, you do the same process over and over. I'm going to rip this extra off, let it go. Then I'm just going to tie the balloon here. and hide the knot away. And this is what you get, and you just keep adding balloons, and once the sunburst is too big for you to actually add more balloons, you can just add it by adding another balloon and just keep going all the way around till you're out of spokes. And then you can add more spokes and more balloons here. It's endless. You could have one as big as this room if you wanted to. And as in the flat weave, there's two ways to do this. And what I'm going to do is incorporate gimping now. So I'm going to start a bubble, a 1/2 inch bubble, and right beside that bubble on the same balloon, I'm going to do a 4 to 5 inch bubble. And on the next spoke, I'm going to make a bubble that is the same size as the spoke beside it, 1/2 to 1 inch. Then I'm going to use the second spoke, make a 4 to 5 inch bubble. Then I'm going to make another 1/2 inch bubble. I got to tie this back. One of my balloons came loose here. Okay, as in gimping the flat weave, you just continue alternating the spokes. 4 to 5 inch, then a 1/2 to 1 inch, and the one that you're connecting to. And this saves balloons. That allows you to use 6 balloons instead of a multitude of balloons. When you're gimping a sunburst, you take the regular 6 balloons and do the whole pattern without adding individual colors. But it will be the same color. One always locks to the other. And as in the flat weave, when you get to the end right here, you tuck the balloon inside, pull through, and twist it with a lock. And the pattern looks exactly the same gimping as it does adding balloons. And you just continue with that as big as you want your flat pattern. This is great for hot air balloons. What you do is you just tuck it in like this and put your spokes down and continue to go. And eventually I would form a hot air balloon if I keep going down with this pattern. But this is the sunburst, one of the most popular weaving patterns. Please just email me if this is not detailed enough, or I'm sorry for the view. I tried to cut out the bed in the back, so I put the sheet here. But this is pretty much the pattern that you have. So thank you. Have a good day.